For me and you, I want you, I love you. Can I touch you, I rub, let me love you. Put my dreams to the side only cause I trust you. Girl, I trust you, I love you, won't judge you.
Bam! What's going on? Back at it again with another episode of SEV. Going a little bit unpredictable here. We have absolutely nothing structured going into this episode, so we're gonna pedal to the metal and randomness. We're gonna flip through some stuff, maybe talk about some topics going on around basketball, and just talk in general, see how it goes. Have a good time here. Some good vibes. So. Without further ado, would you like to say anything to the people before we get straight into a bit of a talking here?
Yeah, everyone. I mean, I feel like that's something we've deprived you of all along. Velocity, that's what it's all about. Kick back, relax, and talk about sports. All of this structure stuff. I mean, there's too much of that out there in the world. You need a little change of pace. I mean, look at my guy Ev. I mean, he's a real joker.
Hold on. There we go. Gonna lounge back with my friend right here. Speaking of which, I think that is Jack Nicholson, Skip's boy, technically. Anyway, so we're back at it again. We got the city of Sydney here, as usual. By the way, I saw a TikTok today of a guy who said that it took 3 years for him to get to Australia, I guess because of some roadblocks, and he finally gets there, and he said 5 minutes into being into the water, a deadly jellyfish stings him, and he got sent to the hospital. It's all right, but unfortunate. This is the first thing that I think of with Australia is deadly animals. So moving on to some more lighthearted stuff. So basketball. We have some interesting stuff that we could talk about. Kyrie Irving's probably at the forefront of that. Well, the Brooklyn Nets, you have Kevin Durant beefing with Chuck and Charles Barkley / his security guard Shaq. You have Kyrie Irving and the Nets at a standstill where, the Nets kind of want to get rid of Kyrie, and Kyrie kind of wants to stay, but I think that there's some more respect wanted. There's some reports coming out about Kyrie doing practices away from Steve Nash on his own with the Nets. That came out this week. I can only presume that's coming out because the Nets have an issue with him. So obviously those reports only come out when you want to get rid of a guy. So interesting stuff. Kyrie is potentially teams that would be interested in Kyrie would be the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Lakers, as we heard. As a Knicks fan, we'll take what we can get. I mean, come on. We need some scoring in Madison Square Garden, all right? We need someone to score the basketball.
Play if he wants to.
Yeah, if he chooses to play, that'd be ideal. I mean, personally, from my perspective, if I'm Kyrie Irving, I'm joining the Clippers because that's the most part-time team in the NBA. They only choose when they want to play. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, you get to sit in LA. You get to play whenever you want. You choose which days. Anyone who thinks I'm slandering the man who tore his ACL, it's because he chose load management constantly before he tore his ACL. So you can happily come at me in the comments if you'd like. And anyone who says he's the most disrespected player can also come at me because he's folded 9 times out of 10 outside of one time and sending
okay.
the Raptors to the NBA Finals.
I gotta chip it right there. Folded 9 times out of 10. You got that wrong. He folded that one time in the bubble. So I gotta call that slander right there. No.
I'm just saying he gets the LeBron and KD treatment for only doing half the things that LeBron and KD have done.
All right, if you want to say he was overhyped considering he didn't have the level of responsibility they did, fine. But he didn't fold.
He's overhyped, and he doesn't get the attention or the blame that LeBron and KD get.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, except for in the bubble. Like, that's when he was the clear number one option, and he straight up failed. Yeah.
No, instead George Paul gets all the blame.
Please.
Other stuff that we can talk about is how Chris Paul should absolutely do anything in his power to Uh, what team did we want him to go to? There's a team I want. I can't believe
Um,
it's slipping my head.
yes, slipping mine too, actually.
I was so excited. I thought,
Oh, the Celtics, the Celtics.
yeah, there you go. Chris Paul needs to do everything possible to sign with the Celtics. Devin Booker's trash. We already knew.
Yeah, if everyone knows, if you disappoint, if you're a basketball player out there, don't ever disappoint Evan.
I will take it to
Do
heart
not do
forever.
it. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Let me tell you, Devin Booker does more crying than he does playing.
And Ev is either hot and cold. There's no lukewarm or in between.
And let me tell you, yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. We mentioned it on the first recording the other day. I'm going to say it again. Jason Tatum doesn't just get to go pout because he's 24 years old and he lost the NBA Finals. He's the reason he lost that. So
Absolutely. You know, I went on my rant with that,
yeah.
and normally I'm not one to do that, so you know it's real.
What did Jimmy do when he single-handedly carried the Heat and he got eliminated? Walked off with respect.
Yep. And even again, I could even go into that shot how I wish it went down differently. I didn't necessarily like the decision or whatever, but I have to live with it. The man gave it his all out there, and he just walked off, left it out there on the floor, went out with dignity.
I have an interesting topic that we could talk about.
I thought of one as well, but go ahead.
Okay. I want to see, in terms of shooting guards, where you rank Darius Garland.
Whoa, you're really putting me on the spot because I actually need to rethink like the overall league rankings like going into next season. But all right,
Got to hit you with a hard one.
All right, let's think. Shit, the two guards in the league. Okay, so we have a Donovan Mitchell. I'm not going in like any order. Like I'm just trying to put
Yeah, you're trying to listen now.
Yeah, Devin Booker is still there, and he's still there. All right,
Soft.
those two. I still gonna have James Harden's name in there. He was actually who I wanted to talk about at some point.
Another fraud.
Klay Thompson.
Is Klay Thompson better than Darius Garland?
Right now at this moment, no.
I can agree with that.
At his best, yes. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Probably
gonna put Tyler Herro at number 1.
Please. Yeah, that's it. Like I can't think of like any more notable shooting guards. Am I missing anyone? Am I being? Yeah, I was about to say yeah, but definitely being blasphemous. You know, we could even argue that Bradley Beal is the best shooting guard in the league.
So I'll list them out for you. You have Bradley Beal, James Harden, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Zach LaVine.
I can't believe I forgot him too. Okay, so let me think. At the very top, here's the thing: the guys like Jaylen Brown and DeMar DeRozan, they're not playing. Well, Jaylen Brown's playing the 2 guard position because Jason Tatum is holding the wing spot, but we know that he's also a wing. And DeMar DeRozan, he's truly a shooting guard, but he plays small.
I said LaVine. LaVine shooting guard. I said LaVine.
I know, but I'm saying, but also DeMar DeRozan, he's always been a shooting guard, but like he's playing small forward because LaVine is there.
Yeah.
But I would put at number 1 of all of the names we mentioned, probably I'm gonna say LaVine.
I can
LaVine,
respect that.
then Brown.
I say it's either LaVine or Brown.
Yeah, LaVine, Brown, then
Beal.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
Oh right, yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, then Beal, and then 5. I would probably I could put I could put Darius Garland there.
Thank you. We can put Devin
Yeah.
Booker at 55.
Can we please keep it objective?
Let me tell you, if you won that bet and you got me a CJ McCollum shirt, or I'm sorry, not CJ McCollum, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Yikes. CJ McCollum, I think, is top 6 as well. I think that
He's not better than Devin Booker.
he's not better than Devin Booker, so he's top 7.
I was gonna say, but don't go that far.
But CJ McCollum has scored a lot recently. Like, he's a good scorer. He's been averaging a lot.
He's always been a scorer.
Yeah. And then I'd probably put RJ Barrett above Devin Booker. Okay.
Yeah, you wish.
Oh,
James Harden's still over CJ.
I have a question of what was I gonna ask? I promise it was important.
Was it about one of those players we listed?
I think so.
Is it
Just
James
slipped
Harden?
my mind right away. No.
Okay.
Damn. Do you think Devin Booker's ever gonna win a ring? That's not what I was gonna ask, but
Certainly not as a number one option.
I think that's the correct answer.
Let's be real. If he's gonna have any chance of winning a ring, Chris Paul has to stay there and it has to stay healthy.
And bring LeBron and Anthony Davis and just about every other player in the NBA to have a chance.
Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton has to keep improving. Because I keep thinking back to like last year when they were in the finals. We saw how competitive that series was, and we know like what happened with Dario Saric going down and DeAndre Ayton being by himself in the post. Again, that's an example right there where we seeing that the Celtics really could have won if Tatum showed up. Then that game 7 in particular, if Devin Booker, he didn't have to elevate and be special. Again, he just had to be what he was in the regular season. And the Suns would have won. Like, wouldn't you agree right there?
Yeah.
Like, literally, if he showed up. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
Who do you think's better, Tracy McGrady or Larry Bird?
Larry Bird.
Thank you. There was a podcast that was posted on TikTok, and they asked a consensus around a group of 4 or 5 friends, and 3 out of 5 of them said Tracy McGrady.
You know what it is? You know what a lot of basketball minds out there are like to think about, and I'm gonna even be more specific. I can speak on their behalf. A lot of Black African American basketball fans, they all think about the street ball abilities. Like, if we're talking about street ball skills, I would take T-Mac over Bird. Street ball, yeah. This is NBA basketball 5-on-5. It's not even a question to me. I'm taking Larry Legend.
Larry Bird to me is top, if I'm not mistaken, top 6 to 7 player in the NBA history.
And some people have him there, some people have low, but he's generally in everybody's top 10.
Yeah.
Top 3, top 2, what's it called, or 3, what's called small forward of all time.
Like, my top 3 is pretty established. It's gonna be in no specific order. It's Michael Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem. And then after that is when you can start kind of asking questions like
Magic,
your Magics,
Larry, Shaq,
your Shaqs, your Stephs,
Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe is, I think
I always have a curveball in there. Within my top 10, I had Hakeem Olajuwon in my top 10.
I think Kobe, no disrespect to him, rest his soul. I think now that the death bias has slipped by, I think people are starting to realize, because I think there was a lot of ridiculous takes right when he passed away about how he is a top 2 or 3 player in NBA history, and he's right up there with Jordan. I think that now people have been a little bit more respectful in their takes and how they go about that. But Top 10, yes. I think it's probably pretty close. I think 10 to 12 area is probably where I'd put him.
Let's be real, making a top 10 all time is just going to keep getting harder and harder because it's like you almost feel so disrespectful about taking guys off when you have to put someone on, but it's not like that. But the game is just keeps evolving and great players keep coming in.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Who is higher on your all-time ranking list? Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry?
Kobe.
Okay. I just wanted to check in. I wanted to see where that was at right now.
To be honest, I don't have my list in front of me right now because I really need to reevaluate it. But despite what everyone else is saying, I'm not 100% sure if I actually do have Steph like as a definite top 10 for me. But I do. But if you would say like honorable mentions, people who can be considered, he's in that ballpark. Like I'll say he's certainly like around like in my 15.
Yeah, he's up there for me. I don't know where specifically, and I don't know if I can directly answer that. I think Kobe's still better at the moment, in
Yeah,
terms of
just
milestones and everything.
yeah, and then of course both ends of the floor. Like that's
Yeah.
I always consider that.
But I think that Steph, especially if he wins another title, like just the impact that his game style has brought to the NBA and how much different every team's played. I think that's a big deal, especially because I think there was a threshold where we passed where there was a lot of 3-point shooting, but then there was a lot of I like to call them disrespectful threes, where it's like
Yeah.
you're taking them from a ridiculous range, but you're still hitting nearly 50% on it. That's pretty ridiculous.
My thing is too, like when I'm considering like these topics, I know a lot of people don't like to do this, but I'm sure you can understand why. Sometimes like I like to peel back and like think to myself, comparing like a guy's resumes as opposed to like their abilities and impact on the floor. Sometimes they are like intertwined together, but there are also instances where they aren't. Because let's be real, a big part of the resumes are the circumstances in which you played as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real, everyone. A lot of Steph's rings, a lot of that was circumstance. Obviously, we know who he was as a great player by watching him play, but the resulting rings that he received, circumstance. I hope you're listening to KD.
I have another question.
Yep.
Now these two players are different positions, so
hmm
well, I'm gonna ask you to rank the three and currently in Hall of Fame stature and where you rank them. Steph, Kobe, and Tim Duncan.
I have to put them in order.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tim, Kobe, Steph.
I think that's the right answer. I wanted to see what you felt because I feel like
Everybody, trust me, a lot of people will say, "Oh, Kobe was way better than Tim Duncan."
and it's just because of the flashiness of his play and the scoring. Whereas Tim Duncan's, for his position, I mean, especially, is probably the best that's ever played at power forward.
And let's also point this out too. It's a system he's playing in, the Spurs system, which is like a boring system. Like I told people of this all the time. If Tim Duncan were put in a different system where he dominated the ball, like let's say a big man like Hakeem Olajuwon or Joel Embiid does, I think Tim Duncan would have certainly been like a 25 point per game career scorer as opposed to 19. Because we see like how much more he scores the ball in the playoffs than in the regular season.
Sorry, I was trying not to yawn and it still happened. But yeah, I 100% agree.
I think among the guys who we consider in the upper echelon of all-time greats, I think Tim Duncan is the most underappreciated.
Yeah.
Like people say he's the best power forward of all time. I think to be politically correct, but I feel like in their minds, they don't really give it any value.
Yeah, like you have like your Tim Duncans, you have your Dirks, your Julius Randles, your Kevin Garnett's, your
Stop right there. The blasphemy that just came out of your mouth. You did not just say that name in this conversation.
I tried to keep going right after I said it just to see how you'd react, and I saw there was that second delay, and then you're like, oh my gosh.
Please apologize to the audience.
I apologize to the audience for my blasphemous mouth in terms of Julius Randle and nothing else.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, is there anything else you'd like to add? Because I'd love for that to be the final thought of this video.
Nope. That's all.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope everyone is well. We will see you in another video.
For me and you, I want you, I love you. Can I touch you, I rub, let me love you. Put my dreams to the side only cause I trust you. Girl, I trust you, I love you, won't judge you.